And we're still here. We're still alive. We're still watered. We're still well fed. Yeah, feeling good? Yeah. Are you ready for well, this is our last demo. And what I like to say, no, just for today. There's more tomorrow. But what I like to say about the last demo, I like to call them the headline act. And they are to me because they're a couple of Welsh girls as well, so I'm biased. Yeah, there we go. Come on, the Welsh, come on. I've been Sam Evans, one half of Hangfire Barbecue. I've been coming to Meatopia since 2016. The great pleasure, just like every other chef here, to be invited to this incredible festival. I think it's the greatest fire festival in Europe. I think the team worked really hard to invite some proper talent globally to come over and cook some incredible food for you. I think have you all eaten today? Have you all eaten plenty? Any favourites? Bab Haus, here we go, front row seat to this one then. Any other favourites? What else have we eaten? What have you guys eaten? Sigrada, you had some lamb chop? Yeah. Oysters, you had oysters from Tom? Incredible. What else do we have? Scallops. Oh, look at that. I mean, it's just the variety of food. So we've got seafood, we've got beef, we've got lamb. We had offal from Alibora over there today, which is just incredible. So this is our last demo. The girls will be coming on in just a second. Just got to say thank you to a couple of really important people. Sponsorship, as you know, is really important to any festival. It keeps us independent, keeps us authentic, makes sure that we can bring all of this wonderful talent to you. And so one of our key sponsors are this incredible charcoal that we're cooking on. This is, we've got Whittle and Flame that we're cooking on today. That's available from the House of Charcoal. Thank you. Is he still with us? Is Matt? We've lost him. He's disappeared. He's been here the whole time. So we're cooking on this incredible charcoal. And as we say, as barbecue chefs, if you care what you're grilling, you should care what you're grilling over. Buying sustainable charcoal should be at the heart of everybody's barbecue because it's an important part of forestry regeneration. It's an important part of sustainability. And it just makes Britain a greener place to have charcoal makers and artisan charcoal makers. And the other person to thank would be George from Black Box Barbecue. He's given us this incredible monolith to be able to play with today. And he's also a bit of a crazy inventor. So George also came up with this Birria grill as well. This is his Ascua, which is an amazing piece of kit. George is just located just up on the quayside there. He's a proper barbecue nerd. And apparently, if you say the name Sam, you get 10% off. Like, it's gone up from 0.1% this morning, and now it's starting to have legs now. There we go. What do you think about that, Matt Kemp? It wasn't flying this morning, was it? He's into it now. Yeah. All right. So, like I say, it's been my great pleasure to be your host this afternoon. But now we're going to welcome to this stage two of my most favorite fire chefs. These girls have been setting the world on fire with their incredible barbecue, with Tex-Mex vibes, with their wonderful, wonderful cooking. They've got several locations in Wales. We absolutely adore them, and we're so happy that they just have such a successful Meatopia year after year. So, come on, give me your last big Meatopia welcome for Leyli and Beck from Bab Haus! Hello, hi Meatopia! Hi. How are you?
Thank you very much.
Girls, have you sold out yet?
No, unfortunately.
Nearly.
I want to go to the pub.
That's over prepping. Like, if you guys, these girls are just so that as you come into Meatopia, their queues have been insane all day. So
I apologise for my attire. I'm so sorry.
No, this looks like hard work to me. This looks like hard work. Listen, we're so glad you're here.
Thank you. We're so happy to be here. It's our first time on the cutting stage.
Oh, come on. We're going to be kind.
It's our first
time on the cutting room stage.
And although it's not our first time doing a demo together, we've done
it
two
isn't.
now.
Yeah.
I'm very, very fortunate.
So, listen, is this how many Meatopias have you done now?
It's our fourth, I think.
Fourth Meatopia.
Fourth,
yeah, and like I was just telling everybody, it's by invitation only. So everybody here is hand-picked by the extremely wise and knowledgeable staff here. So it's such a great honor to be asked back in what I think is the greatest fire festival in Europe.
It is, and I always say this, every time I do a demo, I'm such a huge fangirl of of Sam and Shauna, and
no, you
guys like set the precedent for it, for like the first females to be part of the festival. I was like, wow, it was just really like open the gates for all the others who have followed, which is thank you.
Well,
thank you.
Listen, it's absolutely my pleasure. And listen, I'm a huge advocate and a massive fan of any female fire starters. I think there's a statistic that 80% of cooking in the home is done by women, but then men make up 20% on the barbecues.
Yeah.
And I just think, like, why? Why is that happening? So we're here to set the world alight a little bit. One Birria taco at a time. Ooh, cat out the bag. What are we cooking? What are we cooking? You can tell I've been looking forward to this all day, haven't you? I couldn't make it past your cue, so this is why you're here. Tell us, girls, tell us what you're cooking.
Beck?
Oh, she's got a mic. There she is.
I don't know, press a button.
Gordy, are we on? Is the mic on?
There you go, try that.
I think we just turned it off.
Sorry.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, perfect. All right. Okay, so we're going to do our Birria tacos. A little bit different to how we do them in the restaurant, but we're going to talk you through like the prep process of the meat and some different stages through the cooking, basically. And then, we're going to serve you some tasty tacos at the end.
Yeah, sounds great, right? We're up for that.
So, this is our signature dish at Bab Haus. It just has exploded. It's really on trend anyway. It's bang on trend. And Beck and I spent a lot of time in America on the West Coast, and that's where the inspiration came from. Not so much Mexico, because we don't consider ourselves authentic Mexican barbecue. It's kind of a huge combination of it, but it was definitely the influence on the West Coast. So California, we saw these amazing taco trucks and smashing out these Birria tacos. I'd never seen it before. And then when we'd actually come back to the UK, started to see it on social media and stuff, so we started experimenting.
TikTok.
So this is our kind of version of it. So Birria is a slow braised stew. It's normally made with goat or lamb. We do it with beef. We do it with ex-dairy, Welsh, ox cheek, chuck, short rib.
So you do a combination.
A combination is kind of whatever we can get because of the sustainability of the meat. It's not really something that you can get in large quantities consistently.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, right?
Yeah. So we just kind of slightly adapt it, but it tends to always have ox cheek, and ox cheek is just one of my favorite cuts of beef. It has just the most kind of unctuous is always.
That's the only thing that came to my mind too. Yeah.
I don't know what other word can describe it, but the consistency, the texture, the fattiness.
It's got so much collagen, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it does that jam, fat jam in the middle, which is just incredible. But I really like that idea of, using different cuts because it's more sustainable.
Yeah.
And then I guess you get different textures from them as well, depending on the cuts.
Yeah. And our kind of spin on our Birria tacos is that we smoke the meat first and then we braise it. So what we're going to show you now is Beck's going to take the ox cheek, we're going to season it up, we're going to kind of lightly smoke it over there just to get a bit of a color on it. It is something that takes about 24 hours, so we're not going to be able to show you the entire process, but we'll give you like snippets.
I mean, we're happy to wait, aren't we?
Yeah.
Should we just hang out
do have
here?
some we made earlier, so that's kind of like ticking away now.
Do you want any wood on that?
Yeah.
Or you think,
Let's get some wood on.
Should I try and find you a small piece that's gonna go up quite quickly?
I think the tomatoes are looking good.
Should we try a piece of this?
Yes,
Where do you
please.
want it, chef, around here?
Let's, I think it's like my water boiling.
That is your water boiling. I hope that's
Lovely.
your water boiling.
Okay.
Okay, so these Birria tacos, they're something that people travel miles to get from you guys. I mean, I know that. I think you guys are credited for bringing like a really brilliant version of it to Wales, and I think that's because, like, did you always start off with Bab Haus Mex, or was it because I feel like there was a little Persiana at the start of it?
Yeah, so Bab Haus is kind of a mix. It's kind of world barbecue, although currently it's more of a focus on Tex-Mex, but with kind of some Middle Eastern flavors going through. And the reason why we adapted it is because Middle Eastern and Mexican is actually really similar. So it started off as a Middle Eastern concept. I'm half Iranian, so that's where it came from. My dad kind of taught me the secrets of Persian barbecue.
Well, is there crossover ingredients?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
spices and
So
things?
I can show you some here. Actually, in our spice rub, for example, we have got an array of spices. We've got smoked paprika, we've got cumin, coriander, some cinnamon, some clove. Now, in that is similar to a Persian spice blend called
Right.
advieh,
Right.
so which you would use on kebab. So it works really well with the ox cheek. There's just such a huge crossover. You've got things like
I love this.
the salty, limey kind of, you know.
So there's all that citrus. Because we were been talking to chefs all day about the migration of ingredients,
Yeah.
you know, and how they travel, particularly on the Silk Road, you
Yeah.
know, and it kind of started to come up through Southeast Asia and Asia, and it's just really informed, you know, how we cook and what flavors our food. I love that you found so much crossover between, you know, cooking from your heritage to
Yeah.
something that you're passionate about cooking.
Yeah, it was quite an easy transition. But the one thing that Persian or Middle Eastern, well, especially Persian cookery doesn't have is chilies. That's
Right.
the one thing, and I love chili. So I love a bit of heat, whereas Iranian cooking doesn't have any. So that's where my kind of taste came in, and I wanted to adapt it.
Yeah, I
so
love that.
these are some of the chili spices, chilies that we have, Mexican chilies that will go into an adobo, which is a chili paste that we use to braise the beef in.
All right, so I mean, this looks like a lot going on. Can you talk us through some of these chilies, the types of chilies that you've got?
Yep, so this is guajillo, which is one of my favorites. This is like a sweet, smoky kind of chili. This is pasilla. This is kind of like a chocolatey chili. Now, these aren't used for like crazy heat. It's for seasoning, just like you would use like lemon zest for seasoning or salt for seasoning. The chili, each one gives a different flavor profile. This is cascabel. Cascabel is kind of a little bit more fiery, but again, they're all kind of a little bit sweet, a little bit smoky. And to wake the chilies up, we're going to just toast it. So if I just take this, and if you want to move the cheek over.
I've got some heat gloves.
So I've got asbestos fingers after what I've been doing.
So we just need to sort of toast them and wake up the flavors a little bit?
Wake them up, yeah.
And then where could, like, so if we wanted to make this at home, where could I get all of this variety of chilies? Like Mex Grocer or something?
Mex Grocer is who we use.
Mex Grocer,
yeah. So Mex Grocer online. Waitrose have quite a good selection.
Yeah.
Waitrose got, but they're quite expensive. You get like a little kind of jar and you get like 2 chilies for like, £5.
So maybe look like for, so Mex Grocer is a website where you can get all sorts of stuff. Could we get these tacos from there as well?
I get the tacos. So we pretty much make everything in-house.
Yeah.
But we go through so many tacos a week. It's something that we outsource.
You'd need to employ a taco person.
Yeah,
whose
I
sole
do.
job was a taco person.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. So that's what you buy in. And then are they corn tacos or are they wheat tacos?
These are corn tacos, so all of our tacos are gluten-free. So
and that's more authentic, right, to Mexican tacos, is that for them to be the corn with the masa flour.
Yeah.
Masa
flour. So
there we
corn
go.
tacos.
I mean, this is looking beautiful, just as it is.
Yeah, this is for our adobo. So we have our cascabel, we have our guajillo, we've got our pasilla. We've then got some cinnamon, some cloves, some bay leaves. We're going to toast them up, and then that essentially will get ground down. But the chilies will kind of rehydrate. So just wake up all of it. This is kind of tempering it. You want to be careful with the chilies because they can burn quite easily. So you just want to keep an eye on it, just warm them up. But you can tell by the smell straight away. It's more than what you're looking at. It's kind of the smell. As soon as you kind of start to smell that sweet smokiness, take it off the heat. So
right, so you're just using loads of your senses then to tell when this is cooked, you know, because sometimes we can do things by eye, but these things are already dark. They're going to be hard to spot when they're cooking, so it's something you want to keep an eye on.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's cooking in the fire? I can see, is that tomatoes and you put some onion in?
Sorry, you'll have to excuse me. I've been smoked out all day.
She's gently crying, weeping.
Yeah, no, so just to go along with the chilies and the spices, we're just like charring off some tomatoes and some onion, which will also, get mixed up into our adobo, basically.
So the adobo is what we're going to cook the smoked cheeks in, if you like.
Yes, that's correct, yeah. So the Birria paste, adobo paste, is once we've smoked the cheeks, we then add an amount of Birria paste to it, and then we have water, and then it gets cooked down, braised.
I mean, it's quite a process, isn't it? Making
Yeah,
birria
it's-
tacos.
Yeah,
It
I
is
couldn't
quite
have
a
chosen
process.
the worst like
Well,
thing
well,
to like
American
try and
barbecue
scale up. Yeah.
and your birria tacos. Rod for our own backs there,
No,
girls,
no,
isn't
yeah.
it?
Do you know what? It was actually just a genuine like interest of mine. Oh dear.
What it's like being
It's like being back in our stand.
It's fine.
yeah.
Is it windy where you are?
It's like being back
Is
in,
it whistling
being back
through?
in Wales.
there's a nice breeze every so often. It's very welcome.
Yeah, and the reason why this Bab House kind of went in this direction is because I was basically obsessed with learning the secrets of American barbecue. Just kind of like watching you guys and
Sure.
seeing you kind of totally inspired me. If I'm being completely honest,
That's very
what
kind.
happened.
Thank you, thank you.
But thank you, yeah. Thanks
listen,
for creating this monster.
Well, it's now your job to inspire this next generation, right? So we pay it forward as chefs.
Yeah.
So that's very kind of you to say
No,
that.
no
But there are
problem.
going to be people watching you, and people coming to eat your food. No, you are. You can put it in a face. They
No,
people
I was
say
looking
the
at
same
this knife.
things
I was
about
like,
you guys.
right, I don't want to cut myself again. I've already done that today.
So, girls, you've got multiple locations in Wales, isn't that right? Because we were neighbours at one point, weren't we?
We were. Unfortunately,
We
moved
closed
on to
our
pastures
restaurant.
new.
We closed
You've
our
left us.
restaurant. Yeah, but you had a place in the Good Shed in Humble Barry. Has everybody heard of Barry? Barry Vados?
Barry
There we go.
Island.
And so Beck and Leyli were there too, and we love being neighbours. Particularly, I mean, I don't
Sorry.
think anybody's ever said that they liked lockdown before, but it was good being neighbours with you with our food swaps.
Oh, yeah.
we don't like to
I think
say it,
it's
but
the
we
only-
actually we thrived in lockdown.
Yeah, it was the
didn't
only
we?
time we get to eat each other's food was
Yeah.
when there's a national pandemic
yeah,
happening.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
International pandemic happening.
All right.
So
Sorry.
this is smoking nicely now. We've got some wood. That's giving some flavour. What's the hot water for?
The hot water is, let's see, it is hot, that's great. The hot water, thank you very much, is so that I can rehydrate the chilies. All right, so toast them off, place them into some hot water so that they rejuvenate. They'll soak up all that, rehydrate, sorry.
Yeah,
that's it, that's
I've
the
got
word.
it. Fascinated.
So let's get them in. They'll soften. Whilst they are softening, I'm going to just chop down the charred tomatoes, and Beck has put them directly on the coal. Why have you done that, Beck?
Yeah, Beck, why have
Yeah,
you done
Beck.
that? Why have you put that directly
Explain
on
to
the coal?
everyone why.
Look at your Beck's surprised then. She wasn't expecting a name.
I know, throw her in.
No, just sometimes it's nice to cook. To be fair, we're
The reason
using
why.
like the best charcoal.
Yeah,
This is the best.
yeah, we are. Yeah,
And
we
This
are.
is the best.
Yeah, we are. Woo! Yeah, we are.
And charcoal, charcoal is another ingredient. So we're utilising the fact that we're cooking on Walian flame, and we can just add another layer of flavour to our base. So in the tomatoes and in the onion as well.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, and you're right. Cooking over. I mean, you wouldn't do this with. Do you want me to grind some
Yes,
of these?
please.
Yeah, yeah. I
Thank
got it.
you.
I mean, you wouldn't do this over any sort of rubbish petrol station charcoal, would you? This has got to be good quality charcoal if you're going to cook directly on it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So cooking dirty on it, I wouldn't use anything that's got like nasty chemicals or anything. This is absolutely pure. You get the amazing flavour from the lumpwood charcoal, and that's going to go into
Yeah.
our tomatoes.
He's already been up. He's had his turn. I'll bring him up again if he's sober. Yeah, so anyway, would you ordinarily do this in a pestle and mortar?
Yeah, well, actually, an industrial spice
yeah,
grinder
yeah,
is what we would use.
All these chefs,
but-
they come on, I had somebody go, no, I'd make it in a Hobart. And I'm like, for us at home that don't have a Hobart.
Yeah, no, absolutely. This the way that Leyli's doing it is exactly how you could do it at home, essentially. Like,
This is very Jamie Oliver style, just straight
Yeah,
onto the bottom.
rustic.
I don't have a bowl, but I'm like, yeah, it's fine. We can just mix this up here. So put this into a food processor, blend it up. We've got our onion as well. It's going to take some of that char. So you've got the smokiness from the chili, you've got the smokiness from the tomato.
I mean,
onion.
and I love it, and it's just like so. You want that onion that you've just charred, just have a little bit of bite, so there's some texture there, right?
We're giving you a speeded up version.
A
of
speeded
this.
up, yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to grind really quickly, chef. I don't know what this thing is.
You're
I'm going for it.
So
how long would it, like, in all seriousness, how long does making birria taco, the broth, the adobo, how long does that genuinely take for you guys in your restaurants?
Leyli?
At least we probably make about 100 kilos a week.
Right, that's a fair amount.
Yeah. So it will take. It's a good day, a good day's work. We've got a huge brat pan that we'll just kind of mix it up in.
Yeah.
But it's the kind of the essence of the birria.
So those are the
Thank
bits
you.
you really have to take your time with. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can't rush cooking things like, oxtail or beef cheeks or shin or ribs. You can't rush
and I
those
think
things. They're
that's
done when they're done, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what's quite great about, it's why ox cheek works. You
Yeah.
can't, ox cheek's not something you really want to cook quickly.
Right,
You
of
need,
course.
there's, like you said earlier, it's the makeup of it basically, the jelliness
Yeah,
and that
the
fatty,
collagen,
the
yeah, yeah.
collagen. It needs to be cooked for a long amount of time in order to break that down. So
Yeah.
it's nice to eat.
And that's where the braise comes in, right?
Absolutely,
So the
yeah,
braise
yeah.
is just the magic
Yeah,
on top
so we
when it's
smoke
been smoked.
it to give it nice colour, really
Yeah.
good flavour, and then the braise is where it softens. And we've got some ox cheek actually just heating up in here. We tried to keep them whole, but it's very hard.
We've got
They're
some
so
heating up.
soft, it just breaks down.
So good. So you've got Barry is you still got the Barry in the
Yep.
goods shed,
Yep.
and then where else? Where are your other locations in Wales?
So we've got another site in Newport Market.
Yes.
So an indoor site.
Wonderful. How's
and-
that going?
Yeah, Newport Market's great, isn't it? It's nice and busy. It's they've based it on Time Out Market from Lisbon.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
Has
the
anyone
building's
been there?
incredible.
Time Out Market in Lisbon, yeah?
Yeah,
Pretty
wonderful.
cool.
Time Out. Anyone been to Newport Market?
It's just
Yeah,
like
of
being in
course
Lisbon.
we have.
I
Yeah,
promise.
yes. Time out. Who? Newport's where it's at.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And then congratulations, because you just opened up a third location.
Yeah, so our
For my
third
sins, yeah.
location is probably our favourite, I would say. It's opposite Caerphilly Castle.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so if you've ever seen Caerphilly Castles, it's one of the few castles in Wales that's fully restored. So, it's as it would be in
That's
the
good.
century, whatever it was, but it's fully restored and it's stunning. And isn't your view Caerphilly Castle?
Yeah, we
Don't
literally
you
looked
have,
directly onto it. I think, did you guys, you filmed there, didn't you?
Yeah, we
You
did a
an
little bit of
episode.
filming there. I mean, it's just an incredible site. And, Caerphilly's one of those places, I think, we've probably all heard about, trouble on our high streets and, us all just trying to make sure that we're supporting local independent businesses. But Caerphilly is one of those places that's really pulled itself up by the bootstraps and is really up and coming. And the girls are, again, part of a regeneration project to make sure that those high streets stay alive and make sure that those markets stay alive. And they've got amazing people like Beck and Leyli there, turning out their birria tacos and making Caerphilly cool again.
Woo! Caerphilly represent.
Woo!
No, do you know what? It's the local community that we've got the best.
for sure.
They're
Yeah.
just so, I don't know, maybe appreciative. So you're not in the big city. You're on the outskirts, and I don't know. That's
also,
kind of what
because of the
brought us there.
pandemic as well. We
it was.
good
Yeah,
food.
Good for
yeah.
it. Oh, yeah, you're getting heckled by Shauna. Shauna's just heckling from the side there. My spice grinder was a mixed result, Chef.
That sounds
so,
good. I mean, this is a mixed result
Oh,
as
right,
well.
okay,
so-
great, perfect. We're in the same
All
boat.
right. So essentially, our adobo. I mean, this is extremely rustic, although it's probably a lot more authentic than putting it in a Maggi mix.
But these are all the
Um,
ingredients that we need.
All the
And
ingredients.
I love the layering of this dish. And then is it almost like a pan of stew or soup, and then the beef cheeks go in, or is it a
Yes.
slow builder?
So what we're going to do, we would kind of essentially, we'd smoke it off, so you've got a nice kind of bark on the cheeks. We've just flipped it. Once you've got a nice bark, which to be honest would take about 6 hours.
Right.
Okay.
So
Which we don't have, so this is a really sped
In
up
for the long
version.
haul.
But
Yeah.
if you don't have a barbecue, then I don't know why you're here. Utopia, you can definitely get one.
You'd be
No, I'm
surprised,
joking.
Leyli.
I'm joking.
Let's do it again. Who's got a barbecue?
Lovely.
Right.
Okay.
Who hasn't got a
few.
barbecue?
Well,
Go
you're
buy
gonna get
one.
after
Get
this.
10% off. Up there.
So yeah, I would smoke this at 125, using some oak as well. Use some nice kind of robust wood.
Yeah.
To
So
smoke
you want
this.
that punchy flavour because you're not going to cook it all the way through to a degree because you want it to be pull apart, right?
Yeah.
So that process is going to happen in your adobo.
Yeah, totally. So get a nice bark on it. We would then take the marinade. Just to finish it off, we've got some apple cider vinegar.
Lovely.
So a nice dash of that. So that's going to help to cut through, the vinegar helps to cut through the richness of the fat of the meat.
Yeah, it's probably a little tenderizer as well as it cooks, right?
A little tenderizer, and then a bit of sweetness as well. And that'll help to kind of balance out the chili. So
Yeah,
essentially, that is our adobo.
I
right.
think it looks like. I think. I'm a visual learner. I've never made adobo or any of these birria tacos before, but I feel like I could give it a go, having seen you do it.
Yes,
Do you know what I mean? Because I think
easy.
it's kind of an intimidating thing to cook initially because you don't really know. But this looks great. I feel like this is possible.
It is possible. I would like
absolutely.
it to be more of a paste, but you could do that in a pestle and mortar
So
or
a
on a
paste
food
is
processor.
better.
I'd say so, although by the time it cooks, this is going to cook for hours.
Right.
All of that tomato and onion is going to break down anyway, which leads us on to one that we made earlier.
Oh,
Get
yes.
that out?
Glove.
Okay.
Shall I hold that and then you do that? Yep, there you go. Yes, I think it was hot enough. We'll see.
Should we see?
We've got. We might have
see?
another glove to treat you with there. There you go. Don't say we don't give you anything there. Back.
So after about kind of 24 hours, because we actually season the beef and we leave that overnight just so that it can kind of cure.
It sort of equalizes, doesn't it? So it's like if you make homemade bacon, smoked bacon at home, you want to leave it in the fridge for like at least a week. And that's almost the same with sort of a smoked product. Do you find it's a little bit smokier?
A little bit smokier. The texture is kind of a little bit firmer.
Yeah,
would you say that?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
pastrami. You
Definitely.
know when you kind of you would kill the meat and then
You
so it
cook
holds itself more.
So can we get birria tacos all of your locations?
You can, yeah.
Yeah, so we can have them all day long.
Dish, yeah.
And then,
absolutely.
And then you're on Instagram?
Instagram, the
And
Bab
then
House.
The Bab House.
Follow
and
us.
if you follow them, the absolute taco porn on their Instagram page is incredible. So you must, but you do it with the cheese at your three locations,
we do,
right?
yeah. It's we use a plancha, a grill, to grill the cheese onto the taco, flip it over, and then we stuff the beef inside. But this is more authentic. That isn't authentic. This is more authentic. So after about, let's say, 6 hours smoking, and then about 8 hours low braise on about 120. 130 degrees. We then have our cheek. Are there any spoons or anything?
Yes, we do have some spoons. Robbie, have you got little pot spoons, my friend? Can I do you want your mic back there, Beck? Just in case you got something. You always have something fabulous to say. You do. You can kind of just shout at your crotch if you need it. Just shout at you. Yeah. There we go. This looks incredible.
All right.
So this is it there.
So
and look at all
this
that
is
wonderful fat that it's made as well.
And this fat is the essence. We use every part of this dish. As you can see, that kind of translucent clear red liquid, that's just the fat. And we take that fat, we dip our taco shells into it, and then we fry the taco shells in the fat.
Oh my God, it looks incredible.
To be honest, what we actually do is, at this stage, we'll separate the meat, and then we'll chill the the consommé, the beef gravy, the cooking liquor. We'll chill that with the fat. Once it's chilled, kind of overnight, the fat solidifies, so then we just peel it off. It's like butter, like blocks of butter. So we separate that.
Orange butter.
And then is that? Do you dip the What do you dip the tacos in to give it that signature color?
So we dip it in literally in this.
You're gonna make everybody say,
Okay.
yes, come on, that's what we want to see.
We can get this onto the grill actually.
There we go.
I'll just keep an eye on that. I think the cheeks are kind of smoked enough now, just to show everyone that we would get the adobo base, and we would put the cheeks onto that, bit of water, cover it with foil, and then cook that. That's how you would kind of slow braise it, all right?
Yeah, I love it.
That's how it would be done. Before you get to this stage.
And I just saw Beck was just chopping up a little bit of fresh onion. Is that a little bit of garnish that we would have on as well?
Yeah, nice little bit of fresh bite, just super simple.
Yeah.
And then We also have salsa roja. So this is our salsa. This is made with the same, the first chili that I showed you guys, guajillo chilies. Some guajillo chilies, some chipotle chilies, which are smoked jalapenos. Tomato, again, some vinegar, some sugar. And that is our salsa roja, and that kind of goes on everything. That's like our staple.
That's your
salsa.
house sauce,
That's our
if you
house,
like.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there any secret ingredients? Yes.
Just a lot of love.
To kill us. Well, there's a lot of people to kill if you tell us, girls.
Yeah.
We're all dying for this. So you'd put this in this adobo. I've got your ox cheeks here, and you would just cover this up in foil, whack that in the smoker. Could you whack it in the oven, the smoker?
You could put it in the smoker. We tend to get as much smoke as we can into it in that first stage.
Yeah.
And then just for ease, the amount that we're putting out, we will braise it in the oven.
Yeah, but I was.
But you could easily. Say you were cooking on like an egg or komodo.
Yeah.
You could easily do the whole thing. Probably the first time we made birria tacos was on like a mini max. Like the smallest.
The smallest grill.
Yeah.
But I always think, like, once you've smoked something, and if you are going to cover it in foil or wrap it, there's very little point of it being back in the smoker if you don't need it to be.
Exactly.
You can just turn your oven down on low. There's no more smoke flavour going to get in.
We've put in as much as we can smoke-wise.
Yeah.
We've got that flavour profile that we're looking for.
Yeah.
And then, we just let the birria paste and the fat from... The fat that you can kind of see in there, or the fat that's on the taco shells, is literally just the fat that comes off of either the ox cheek or the chuck or whatever, short ribs, whatever.
And so this is going to give your tacos loads of flavour, right? So it's kind of that 360 of the braising liquor and the smoke and the fat and the adobo. It's just all connecting together.
Absolutely.
I mean, I absolutely love it.
If we can serve this on, are we going to serve it on
well,
something?
yeah. I mean, we were just going to basically perhaps even cut them in half, maybe, so everybody could get a bite.
Yeah, sure.
But listen, ladies, we are sadly coming to the end of what I'd call the headline act. For today.
Very kind, very kind.
I'm a massive fan of these two. I'm always excited to see what they're going to do next.
My pleasure.
I think they just bring incredible cooking to Wales. We're lucky to have them. We're lucky you call Wales your home. We don't mind sharing you every now and again to come up here for Meatopia. We allow you to leave. We actually bumped into each other in the toilets in Reading Services on the way up. I was going in sort of cross-legged.
Can I just show you how tender the beef is?
Oh, go on, do the squeeze,
and
do the squeeze.
This is the essence of it.
God, give us another squeeze there, Leyli.
So just break that up.
Oh my God,
That's when you know that it's ready.
Come on. If that isn't well cooked, I don't know what is. That's beautiful. But listen, ladies, thank you. I hope this is not your first of many cutting room stage demos. I'm here for it all the time. We love you a lot. Please give a massive thank you to Leyli and Beck from Bab Haus.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. So funny. Our stand is so busy, thankfully.
Yeah, it is busy.
Beck's brother was in the crowd. We were like, can you just pop an apron on? Just jump in. We were not able to like...
You could have nabbed Shauna, but she's had 25 pints now, so she might even be better. I don't know. Does anybody have any questions for the girls while we're dishing this up? Has anybody got any burning Bab Haus questions?
No?
Can they jump the queue? Go on, go ahead. You can shout it at me and I'll repeat it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question is, this gentleman smoked ox cheeks before, ox cheeks, not cheese, that'd be weird, wouldn't it? What's ox cheese? I don't want to know what that is. He smoked it before, he's had mixed results, but he thinks, does the braise take it to that stage and where you need to get it to?
I think if you smoke it and then you braise it, you're just giving it more time to break down, to literally like fall apart in your hands, basically. So maybe try it again, smoke it for the duration that you did, to which you got to, and then make yourself a birria paste, adobo paste, and put it in the oven, and give it a braise, and then see what happens. And then you can make yourself some birria tacos.
I feel like I want to put some more tacos on. I feel like you've got to. Can we put some more?
Do it, guys.
Oh, great. Okay. I feel like Leyli's done loads there, but I'm gonna do some more. And then you just finish it with a bit of coriander, salsa roja.
Salsa roja, simple. That's it. I mean, the only difference that we do in the restaurant is that we grill cheese with them, which does make it like.
Right. So
really tasty,
can I get a taco lesson?
Yes, please.
So do I
dip
go
it in.
halfway in?
A little bit. Yeah.
3/4. Is that
Perfect.
too much?
That's it. No, that's great.
Straight on?
Yeah. And I just really emphasize, if you're cooking tacos, always heat them. Never just eat them straight from the pack. It's
right.
You need to, again, contact anything. It's like if you're served sourdough in a restaurant, it's not being reheated.
Yeah. So they sort of come alive with heat.
Absolutely.
Like.
Yeah. It's like when Leyli like toasted off the chilies, or when you toast off spices, or someone used this the other day.
So basically, all of these Mexican ingredients are having a siesta.
Absolutely.
Until you come along, and we got to wake them up.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Do you guys want to come up?
Yeah.
How are we going to do this? Yeah?
Guys, I say Stamp, you say Pete. Oh no, stop saying. It's very unsafe, isn't it, to say that? Very irresponsible of me. See you guys.
Do you reuse the water for the chili?
Do you know what I do? I use it. It goes into the paste.
Do you ever find it's a bit too bitter sometimes?
It is, but that's where the sugar